King. I represent Iowa's 5th Congressional District, and I read The Forgotten Man a couple of years ago. I'm glad that Mr. Bacchus led with that. The forgotten man, the forgotten taxpayer, the forgotten mortgage payer, the forgotten responsible lender, all forgotten in this, along with an essential principle that keeps the free market system rolling, and that is this principle that the degree of risk has to be proportional to the potential for profit. That's the calculus that's made by any investor, by any lender, by any entrepreneur. The degree of risk has to be proportional to the potential for profit. This cram-down legislation before us upsets that equation dramatically, and it says to lenders that a yet-to-be appointed judge or a currently appointed judge can change the principal or the interest if they, in their judgment, believe that the petitioner before the court deserves the mercy. And by the way, that judge will not be able to allow for if that borrower has committed actual fraud, misrepresentation, or false pretenses, obtained the loan or the extension of or the renegotiation of the loan. They won't be able to consider that. I offered that amendment in the Judiciary Committee, and it passed 21-3, but the majority staff changed the language after it passed the bill. I had to go to the Rules Committee and ask again, with my hat in my hand, please let me offer this again and get a recorded vote, so we can express at least that some of us in this Congress reject the idea that fraudulent or misrepresentation should be rewarded. It should not be. So it was replaced, not by a vote of this Congress or vote of a committee, but it was language that was arbitrarily replaced after the committee passed the bill out that says that unless the borrower is convicted of fraud. Now think about what that means. You can misrepresent, you can lie to get a loan, you can misrepresent your income, your job status, or the value of the assets that collateralize a loan, but the judge can't even consider that you did it by dishonest purposes unless you are convicted of fraud. And if you're looking at a fraud conviction, aren't you going to plea bargain? And so this is not just an omission on the part of the majority on this Pelosi Congress. This is a willful act to set the stage so that misrepresentation can take place. And the only way we'll be able to check it under this cram-down legislation is if there's a conviction for fraud. And you know how rare that is. It will never happen. So interest and principal being adjusted, breaking this contract that is the core of the free market, that is a pillar of American exceptionalism, is what's going on here today. And we will oppose it all, but we will offer a motion to recommit that heals it up at least some.